So here we are with part 2. Got part 1 done with earlier. So this one's going to have a lot of, this one's going to have the remainder of my Dale Earnhardt Sr., Tony Stewart, and Jeff Gordon cards, because this is coming off the shelf where I kind of call it a Legends shelf, and plus Tony and Jeff are my all-time favorites. Tony's my all-time favorite, but I'm going to do my COT cards, not all of them, but just the COT cards that are on that shelf. So I'm going to start with the COTs. Do that and get them out of the way. Here's first up. We have Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s AMP 88 Impala from 2008. Nice color green on it. Pretty cool car. Next we have Michael Waltrip's 55 Napa Toyota Camry from 2008 as well. Yeah. Remember a time when they were both in the 8 and 15. Here's Kyle Busch's M&M's Camry from 2008 as well. A lot of 2008s. Casey Mears' CarQuest car, number 5 Impala from 2008. And Jeff Burton, AT&T, 2008 Impala. A lot of these are 2008. This was a nice car. I really liked it. The 2007 one was pretty cool. Car up yesterday. Here's Bobby Labonte's 2008 car as well, Cheerios. This is the best Cheerios car in my opinion. It was my favorite Cheerios scheme, 07, 08. This is just a little like a promo car. Carl Edwards Aflac Happy Holidays car from 2009. Pretty cool. Pretty much based off of the scheme, just has Happy Holidays on it. And then Denny Hamlin's Monte Carlo, Impala SS from 2007. Monte Carlo never had a wing. That was my problem. But this is a New Hampshire win. Here's Greg Biffle's 3M car from 2010 Ford Fusion, or was it a Fusion, I believe? Yeah, Fusion. It's a pretty unique car. Grab the rest. I can grab out of my hand. Clint Boyer's BB&T Chevy Impala from, I believe, 2010. Says 2010. I was going to say 2009 for some reason. Excuse me. 2009. Joey Logano's Home Depot car from 2009, his rookie car. Here's Elliott Sadler's Best Buy car from 2008, pretty cool car. And David Reagan's UPS car from 2010, pretty cool car as well. UPS always has nice schemes. Alright, let me grab the rest of the COT drivers that I have in this wave, in this part of cars. Sam Hornish's 77 car from 2008, I believe. Is this 2008? Or something, yeah, 2008. It was Martin Truex Jr.'s 2010 Napa 56 Camry. And this is a nice one, Dario Franchini's the Hartford. It's got a moose on it. Dodge. Man, I'll tell you, Dario was sure dominant in this car, wasn't he? Hall of Fame career right there. Wait, what? Okay, the rest of these are just some promos. Just some cool little promos that I have and everything that I keep with the COTs. Start off with this one's the NASCAR Next Up Cup Series 2006 promo. NASCAR 60th anniversary. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. Couple of Digger cars, Digger and Friends. I have one more right here, 2009, 2010, pretty cool. Richard Petty, Hall of Fame. And here's just some racing promos I have. Sonoma Raceway 2015 and 17, and Auto Club 2017. I never really bought all the promos each year, but too bad. I wish I could. I'm trying to find a Sonoma one from last year, from when Tony won. That would be nice. Hold on a second. Just trying to get the rest of these out of the way, and I'll do the rest of these little cars I have. Here are my like cartoon version cars I have. First one is David Reagan's 55 SpongeBob. Then I have Ty Dillon's Plankton car, and then Casey Mears' Squidward car from the Kansas race a couple years ago. I kind of keep those in a special area because they're like, cartoon. And then I have Jerry Nadeau's Dexter Laboratory car from, I think, 1999. Here's Richard Petty's Racing Experience car. Used to play this in the video game. This one's a cool one I have. It's Terry Labonte's 03 car, but in the stock car version of a car from back in when the years first started. It's pretty cool. My mom bought me that one. Alright, now I'm going to get to the rest of the drivers. I'll be doing Dale, Tony, and Jeff first. Like I said, these are all lined up as drivers I keep on like my shelf. I'll be kind of doing them in different orders, but most of them by first. Here's Dale Senior's Plus. Monte Carlo, couldn't tell you what year it's from. It's pretty beat up. It's an old car I've had for a long time, but it's still pretty cool to have. Dale Senior's Wrangler car came out in the Winter Circle edition a couple years back in like around 05. Here's his AC Delco car. And I got his Coca-Cola car that he ran in Japan in 1998. I have Dale Jr.'s as well. It's in another part of my collection. Here's his All-Star car from 2000. What was the... I can't remember. I have a 124 of this. Peter Max. Yeah, Peter Max. I couldn't remember from it. Alright. I have a couple more, but let me get to Tony's for now. Here's my Tony Stewart 2000 Home Depot Pontiac. I'll be showing all my Tony ones right here, because where I keep these cars on my shelf, I keep them all together, and along with my Jeff Gordon cars, because Tony's my favorite than Jeff. Here's Tony's Brickyard 400 race winning car from 2005. It's a pretty cool car, one of my favorites. Here's his Old Spice Monte Carlo from 2006. His 2008 Home Depot Camry, his final year in the Home Depot car. Let me move these out of the way. Here's his smoke car from 2009. Pretty cool car. It was just a little promo, but still it's pretty nice. 2010, his Office Depot car. It's a cool scheme. And here's his Office Depot. Maybe this was the back to school car from 2009. I think it was 2009, was it? I don't remember. Or 2010. And then here's his Burger King 2010 car. I always loved his Burger King cars. Here's his Mobile One 2012 car. This was my favorite, his Impala. My favorite paint scheme he ran on Mobile One. It was pretty cool. Here is his Mobile One car from 2013. I believe he ran this at New Hampshire. Black. I liked it. It was one of my favorites. This was my favorite Bass Pro car that he ran, his 2014 scheme. This is a nice car. I like the paint scheme, the bright orange. Pretty dope. This is his Rush truck car from, I believe, 2015. Came in authentic waves. Nice scheme. The Rush truck car was always the same. Here's his 2016 Code 3 Associates car. Just normal. Here's his Mobile One 2016 car. His final Mobile One car. And then here's his final ride that I have, of course. One of my favorites in my collection. Tony's Last Ride. And I have a couple more right here. I have his championship car from 2011. I keep this one with my 124 of it. Just brought it down for this video. Here's the El Monterey car from 2011. This was a very nice car. I think it's a pretty rare car too. I got it for cheap. Here's his Ducks car from 2016 at Daytona. His Nature's Bakery Brownie car from 2016. And this isn't the last one, but it's his Sonoma win. I keep this one with the 124. I'll show those off in another video. This is going to show them in this video. This is Sonoma win. I was there, of course. I got to meet him after. Like I said, I'll post that in a 124 video that I'll do later on. Alright, I got a few more. Let me just grab them. Let me finish off with the Dale Senior cars. Here's this Johnny Cash car. I think this was a promo. I don't believe that was a real car. I'm pretty sure it was just a promo. It's still a nice car. Here's his Olympic car from 1996. Pretty cool scheme. Patriotic. Bill Elliott's McDonald's car from 99 or something. What year was this from? 96. Jeff Burton's Exide Batteries car. I'm not really sure what year it's from. It's from the late 90s, I know that. Still a cool car. I've had it for a while. Mark Martin's Valvoline Taurus Thunderbird, excuse me. This is an old one. It's beat up. I don't remember who I got it from, but I've had it since I was a kid. Here's some of the rest of my Terry Labonte 5s. His cornflake car from the late 90s. Monte Carlo. His 2000 catalog car. Same paint scheme. Monte Carlo. And then here's Terry Labonte's Last Ride from 2014 at Talladega. It's got all his cars on it, and it's got paint schemes from when he drove his original, what was it, the 44 car with the blue scheme, and then the cornflakes. Pretty cool. Go Green Racing. Now let's go Fast Racing. but they don't really go fast. I mean, they've shown improvements with Matt DiBenedetto. I give them that. Here's Dale Jarrett's QC Quality Care. I believe it's from 1999. It's a pretty nice car. I'm gonna show off all my Jarrett cars. Here's his 2003 EPS car, and then my final Jarrett car is 2005. I actually have his 2007 44 UPS car coming in the mail in a couple days. I just ordered it. I finally found it for cheap, so that'll be here soon. I'll have that in another video when I do another part of my diecast. Okay, let me get to the rest of these. Here's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Daytona 500 winning car. It's not a race version, but it's the car that he drove, obviously. Born on date. Very nice car. Definitely a memorable 500 for me. Being a diehard Tony fan for as long as I've been, it was heartbreaking as a kid to see, Tony lose, but Dale Jr. was still one of my all-time favorites. I'm glad I got to see Dale win it, but damn, thinking about it now, all Dale Jr. had to do was wait 10 years and he could have won it in 2014, but can't do anything. These two have put together. Dale Jr.'s All-Star Game car from 2001 when he won the Pepsi 400. That's definitely one of, if not the most emotional win in NASCAR history, and he was pushed to victory by this car. It's Michael Waltrip's Patriotic car from 2001. I keep these two next to each other on my shelf because that was probably the most emotional win in NASCAR history, and you guys know the rest. I don't have to do a lecture. Here's Carl Edwards' 2011 Aflac car. I keep this one on the top shelf because, well, Carl's retired now, and before I bought the 124, my Tony Championship car, I had this one. I had this one on the shelf, and I had Carl's right behind it because obviously this is the greatest championship battle in NASCAR history, and what happened that night will never happen again. I don't care what anybody says. I know the chase never, was kind of a bust. Well, the chase we have now is a straight up bust. At least the chase back then did have some, some good finishes, but 2011, nothing will ever beat that. Sorry, Crum, put you back a little bit, but yeah, nothing will ever beat this battle. I don't care what anybody says. This is the greatest championship battle of all time. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Tony. They're both retired now, so it's only appropriate to have Carl's car, tied in points, and he deserves to have it up there. Here are the rest of my Tony cars I'll be posting. Here's his Mobile One Salute car from 2014. He drove it at Sonoma. I got to see him drive it. It was a very nice car. This one was my favorite, though, from 2015 at Sonoma. His Patreon car. This was just, oh my gosh, I'm just in love with this car. This car was so beautiful when it came out. I was kind of mad when he didn't do a Salute car in 2016, but hey, I guess it was okay because he ended up winning the race. And then here's his 2015 car. It's a nice scheme. It's the little wave one, but didn't have much luck in this car. Here are a couple more. Here's Tony's Duck car from 2014. Drove it at Daytona. I have his 2014 2015 one. I think 2016. See, in 2015, I think he just drove this car. This is just a normal Bass Pro car from 2015. Here are his two throwback cars from 2015 2016. His Bass Pro throwback. It's a pretty cool car. I got it from the way version. And then this one's my favorite. Is Coca-Cola Bobby Allison car. Man, this one was just so beautiful. And of course, it's only appropriate the cars that I keep next to it. Oh, I just noticed I skipped my Jeff Gordon cars. Well, I just finished all my Tony cars. I might as well just do all my Jeff Gordon cars since I skipped them. So I have about 10 Jeff Gordon cars to do. So let's start off with the first row. Here's Jeff Gordon's retro car from 2004, the Rainbow car, Rainbow Warrior retro car. Got his DuPont car from 2006, Monte Carlo SS DuPont from 2006. His DuPont 20 years from 2012, he won with this car in Homestead. Impala, pretty nice car. Jeff Gordon's last ride, even though it's the Wave version, it should have the yellow bar top and the winter circle, but it's still the last car. His last car, and then he came back a year later, but still his final 2014. And then Jeff Gordon's last win, Martinsville. Man, that was a race. Remember it like it was yesterday. It wasn't that long ago. Matt Kenseth wrecking Regano. That was awesome. Here are my two Gordon Pepsis. His 2004 Pepsi car. This was one of my favorite, if not my favorite Pepsi car. Man, little like ice, like the little ice on the side or something, whatever it is. That's pretty cool. Here's his 2005 Pepsi Monte Carlo. Cool scheme as well. Here's his Nicorette car from 2006. That was the first year Nicorette came on. Drive to End Hunger 2014 car. Definitely should have been the championship winning car that year, but you know how the chase format is. Here's his Panasonic car from 2014. He drove this at Sonoma that year. That was one of the races I saw him drive it in. And here's his 2015 3M car. This was kind of a bad luck car. Wasn't he always wrecking in it? But it wasn't really that cool. Biffle did. I didn't really like this scheme because it was silver. It just didn't look right. Biffle's paint schemes were better, you know. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. But anyways, that is part 2. That was pretty quick, and I gotta clean all this up and put it back on the shelf. But that's part 2. I'm gonna do my 124s later. The rest of my cup cars won't be up until maybe later in the week when I wait on a few coming in the mail. I might do the Busch cars maybe tomorrow, but I have time, so maybe I'll do the 124s in a little bit. Deuces.